I was just thinking, what if every dope boy had a trust fund? What if every dope boy that was born into the slums and born into poverty didn't have to sell drugs, didn't have to commit robberies, didn't have to worry about crime, didn't have to worry about doing time? What if every dope boy had a trust fund? What if every dope boy never had to bust guns? What if every dope boy never had to run from the police, considering them the beast because every time he got in some trouble he was released? What if every dope boy had a trust fund? What if every dope boy knew that no matter what he'd do, he would still be scot-free the next day or two? What if every dope boy had a trust fund? What if every dope boy could grow up knowing that he could blow up off any project idea that he could even think or sew up? What if every dope boy knew that if he got a job, he didn't even have to show up, because the kind of jobs you get when you got a trust fund is almost like you got none. Like, you really don't have to work so hard. You really don't have to have a job. You just kind of do what you want and kick it when you feel like it, and maybe you show up or maybe you didn't feel like it. What if every dope boy had a trust fund? What if every dope boy could just grow up knowing that if he wanted to start a business, he could? What if every dope boy that did bad had a trust fund so that the rest of the community could say, well, in deep down inside, he's really good? What if every dope boy had a trust fund so that when he ended up arrested, the media protested, his lawyers suggested that he was being targeted because of his celebrity, because of his parents' wealth, and guess what? His parents' wealth got him right back out on the streets the next day. What if he never had a chance to spend more than a week in prison, so that he never became institutionalized and never became criminalized and never became accustomed to the lives of the people that spend months and years in prison, getting used to prison and getting used to living in a system that abuses men, women, and children and teaches them that they are less than nothing, because prison is like a drug, not one that gets you high. It's more like a sedative, because you stop being optimistic and start being negative. You start considering yourself as negative, and we know that a negative number is less than zero. What if every dope boy had a trust fund, and even if he was less than a hero, he still was celebrated by his family and friends, because, well, once you got ends, everyone's your friends. And what if, I just like a little freestyle, man. You know, it's straight off the top of the head, man. Straight off the top of the head. You know, just my thoughts, just driving through the street, thinking about some shit, you know? Peace.